everybody, welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm coming at you with a quick unboxing. I'm sitting on the front porch barefooted and I just got a package in the mail, so let's tear this thing open and see what we got in the mail today. Let's see what we have here, folks. My dog's over there looking around. Looks like we have a Geekpro. See that, folks? Okay, folks, here we are. We have a Geekpro. This is basically, and I hope you don't get mad at me for saying it this way, but this is basically the knockoff of a GoPro. This is a fast sports action camera. This is kind of a look at the packaging. Nothing on that side, nothing on there really, nothing on the back too seriously. It's basically saying Geekpro focus on design and manufacture unique versatile cameras and accessories, which is mini in size but with super clear video effect, easy to use, and has durable quality. So we're going to take a look and we're going to see what this is all about. Alright, folks, I'm real anxious to tear into this thing. I want to see what's inside. So let's slide this off. See if I can slide this off here. That's kind of a cool looking logo there. Let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, folks, I had to pause there for a second. There was a big old truck going by and it was loud. So I'm back. First thing I see is a user's manual. It says sports cam on there, Wi-Fi model, waterproof, full high definition. Let's take a look and see what it says here. Looks like it shows some of the specs on the camera, what the buttons are for, shows some of the stuff, some of the mounts and things like that. Kind of cool. My dog's over there drinking water in the background. So over here it's showing us video resolution. That's what's real important to me. 1080p 30 frames, or I can go down to 720p with 60 frames. Now for those of you who might not understand what that means, 1080p is the amount of pixels on the picture, how many dots basically that it takes to make up the full picture. 30 frames is the rate in which the video takes pictures. So if you're going to be doing a lot of fast action type things, you want to step that frame rate up. So that's what the 720 by 60 is. It's still going to have good resolution, still going to be HD video, but it's going to be at 60 frames, which is for very fast things. Now it shows here that this camera can take up to 32 gigabytes. That's pretty cool. 32 gigs is quite a bit. Okay, folks, let's take a look inside this box here. See what comes with the camera. I'm going to take this out first. I believe that's probably the camera. We'll look at that last. I'm going to keep you guys waiting on that one. So right here, looks like we have a power strip, like a power charging, you know, maybe to charge a camera. This is a USB port here. Looks like it puts out 5 volts at 1 amp. So that's kind of cool. Nice little adapter that I can plug it in the wall, charge the camera. We'll set that there. Sorry if I'm throwing all this stuff out of the way, folks. Right here I have a mount. This is kind of cool. This mounts to a lot of the devices that the GoPro line of cameras will mount to. Right here is an extension, looks like. It's kind of cool. These are good quality looking parts. They're pretty, plastic's pretty good. Right here looks like some nylon straps or something. A little bit of Velcro stuff going on. This is the pieces that I like. I like these. These are for mounting to a tripod, to a standard tripod. So this one here goes like that. And this one here is the one that you can mount to your camera, and then this will be a tripod mount. This is a 1/4 by 20 thread. So this piece right here is really useful. This one I don't use too much, but nonetheless, I guess you could mount that to like a tripod, and then you could mount this to this, put a little screw in there, and then this could mount to something else, so then you could get a wobble, you know, not a wobble, but you could bend your camera a little more. That's pretty cool. Those are pretty sturdy. Okay, here's a piece that what it does is it changes the orientation, so from going from this angle to another angle. It's kind of cool. So that would be good for something like a bicycle mount or something like that. Right here, looks like we have two helmet mounts. One's curved and one's flat, and they have dual-sided tape. These pieces right here will click in. Let me take these out of the bag here real quick and show you. So this basically, you can see this kind of has like a little bit of curvature to it. See that? Kind of got a little curvature to it. So you'll mount that to your helmet with that double-sided tape, and then this will clip in. Bear with me here. Come on, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Am I doing it on the right side? Let's go. Something like that. See that? It'll click. Pop. There we go. We're in place. Then when you want to undo it, you just pinch these two together right here, and it'll unplug. This is all real tight because it's brand new. So that's what that does. And this other one's the same thing. It's just not curved. It's flat. This one just has a very slight curve to it. Not much at all. So what else do we have? Looks like we have an SD card here. That's pretty cool. This is 8 gigabytes. Little micro SD card. That's cool. Most cameras don't come with that. Here's a battery. That's pretty cool. Looks like the old GoPro batteries. And I don't know what this label, that's for when you're taking it out. I think you're going to grab that and yank the battery out. S009. Now I have another camera that's the DB Power SJ4000, and it takes the same battery. I have 2 batteries with that camera, so I'm pretty sure that these are all going to interchange. S009 is this battery number right here. So now I have 3 batteries between the 2 cameras. So let's take a look here and see what this is. This is basically a skeleton piece. You put your camera, it slides right in here, and then you can mount it to a tripod and things of that nature. And so this is good for when you're not going to be around water and you want to be doing a lot of things, but you want to get the best audio, you know, sound quality possible. So that's what you would use, is this device right here. So we have another mount, another little piece, and it looks kind of similar to this one, except they're different angles. You see that? They're just different angles. One keeps the original angle and one changes it. So what do we have here? This is a clamp, and this clamp connects to this piece. So your camera would fit in here like so, and then this clamp clamps into this piece, and then you can connect that to your trousers, to your belt, to your hat, anything like that. It's got a nice solid teeth on it to get a pretty good grip on things. So that's pretty cool. Here is your bicycle mount or your handlebar mount. There's a lot of stuff here that comes with this camera. That's pretty cool. So you would basically mount this up to your handlebars. So if your handlebars were like that, you'd mount that. And then the next piece that I would recommend would be this piece right here, because it'll change the orientation so that your camera would sit like so. So that's pretty cool. Those 2 pieces right there. That's kind of what I would recommend for a camera, for a handlebar mount. Just like that. So back here, I got my dog drinking water again in the background. So right here we have a USB cable to micro USB. This is a charging cable. For all the Android phones, I shouldn't say all of them, but for a lot of the Android phones, I use these same cables and it works. Like my Ion Air Pro Wi-Fi model camera uses this also. My actual GoPro uses the older style, not the micro, but it uses the mini. And now don't get me mixed up, I might be wrong on those terms. Here's some zip ties, and it looks like there's some braided steel wire in there. Barely see that. That wire would be good for like a lanyard so you don't lose your camera anywhere. You know, if you're doing some crazy stuff and that camera falls, you don't want to lose it. There's a nice cloth for the lens, microfiber cloth. Now let's take a look at this camera. See what we got here. There's some more double-sided tape for the mounts for the helmet. First thing I'm looking at is to find out if this is glass or plastic. Right now I scratched it, but that's a plastic protective thing. So let's pull that off. See that? I don't know if that's plastic or glass. It has a lot of similarities in the look to it as a GoPro. This is a Wi-Fi model. Comes with another mount right here. This is the power button. This is the shutter button. You can see on the side there. Let's undo this and see what's inside. What does it look like? I don't know if that's glass or plastic. I think that's plastic, honestly. The only way to tell would take a knife and take it like right to the extreme edge right there and see if it scratches or not. There's the camera itself. This is the Geekpro. This is a power button. Let's take this back piece off. 2-inch screen. That's kind of nice because my SJ4000 is a 1.5 screen, so it's not that big. This is the door for the battery. There's another Wi-Fi button on the side. So let's open this battery. Oh, I like that. My SJ4000 door is a little bit harder to open. I like this setup better. So you just basically fold that tab down there and just put the battery lid on so we can power the camera on. Push this power button. My SJ4000, if I just push it, it turns on. It looks like this one I might have to hold it. Nope, it turned on. No SD card. Whoa, I like that screen. It's really bright. Good screen. Let me turn this back off and I'll put a camera, battery, I'll put an SD card in it, folks. Okay, where do we put the card? Right here. So we know that we can go up to 32 gigabytes. There we go. Got a positive connection there. Turn it back on. And the light flashes. There we have it. Let's take a look here and see what we can go through these menus and see what's going on. So this is mode. So this is also the mode button. The lens itself is glass. I can feel it with my thumb, I think. So we're going to click through mode. Right now it says 1080p wide. So let's see what the menu looks like. Pictures. Looks like burst shot, 12 megapixel wide photos. Time lapse, I'm guessing. Playback. I don't know what that is. Settings. Okay, so this button on top is going to basically be like the enter button. So let's go through the menu again. I'm pushing this button to go through these things. So now we're back on photos. Now we're on burst mode or whatever that is. I believe that's a time lapse. There's the playback. There's photos, I'm guessing. There we go. Now let's push this top button and see what that looks like. Okay, settings. Video resolution. Let's enter there and see. Okay, so we got 1080p 30 frames or 720 60 frames. So let's go back down. How do I scroll down? I don't know. I'm guessing here. Looping video, timestamp. We don't want the timestamp on. So let's go to off. There we go. Exposure, that's pictures. Photo resolution, let's see what we got that at. 12 megapixel photos. Okay, let's go back down one more. There we go, 12 megapixels. Burst photo, time lapse, that's cool. I like that. 2-second intervals. I really like that this has time lapse because my SJ4000 doesn't. Now my GoPro that I have is a Hero 4 Silver Edition, and it has time lapse also. I really like the time lapse feature. Continuous lapse, we don't want that. Power frequency, what is this about? 50 hertz, 60 hertz, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna just put that on automatic just for date and time. I don't care. Sound indicator, what is that? Startup, beep, volume. Okay. Oh, the shutter sound. Okay, when I take a photo. I gotcha. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. Let's just go to 2. Okay. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to get out of here. Let's see, what does the Wi-Fi button do? Nothing. Okay, how do I get out of here? Okay, the main screen with the Wi-Fi button. So I got to go back to my settings. You know, the settings seems a little easier on this camera here. Continuous lapse, date and time, sound indicator. Upside down, screensaver, power saver. Power saver. Yeah, 3 minutes is probably good. Yeah, we'll go down to 1 minute. Hell. Okay, format. Yes, we're going to format the card. Completed. That was fast. Okay. And reset version. There's my firmware. So that's it. The settings are pretty simple. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go out and I'm going to film just a small section of stuff, just footage, and I'm going to put that footage at the tail end of this video. You can see that the Wi-Fi, this is a Wi-Fi camera. I think that's going to be cool. There's a software that you can get. I can't remember the name of it, but you can get it for your smartphone or your tablet. I will put that in the description box down below. Now, while I'm waiting, I'm curious about this lens. I want to know if that's glass or plastic. So I know you're going to hate me for doing this, but I'm going to go right here to the edge. Yep, it's scratched. See that? So that's plastic lens. So make sure that when you set this thing down, you don't set it down face first on the rocks. Set it down face up. Okay, folks. Here's some sample video using the Geekpro. I'm just looking at the clouds and things like that. There's no zoom on this camera like my SJ4000 had, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. But that's a quick view of the video quality and the audio quality. The camera is not in the waterproof case. I'm gonna stop this now. I'm going to put it in the waterproof case, and then I'll do a similar video talking with the same volume, same closest to my face and things like that. So we'll check that out here next. Okay folks, I'm back. I'm in the waterproof housing and we are looking at the trains moving around across the street, looking at the clouds, and that's about it. Pretty cool. Hope you enjoy the video. Well folks, I want to say thank you for watching the video today on the unboxing of the Geekpro sports action camera. I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Please feel free as always to like, share, thumbs up, subscribe. Check out my Facebook page, give it a like please. And until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye bye now.